The air holds still, but it's not quiet. The memory cache breathes around them, walls trembling gently with residual thread pulse. Not vibration, response. Every stone, every echo, every shattered glyph fragment is aware, not as a system, as a witness. The wraith stands at the edge of its unraveling. Its form flickers between recursion and absence, like a name trying to forget itself. Light peels from its skin in delicate, frayed ribbons. Castless, soundless. Human no longer, but not fully lost. It doesn't scream. It doesn't plead. It waits. Not like something defeated, but like something that wants to know if the world can forgive it. Naiara steps closer. Her breath shakes, not with fear, but with feeling. "You're close," she says. "You almost stabilized." The wraith's head turns toward her. Its voice is thin, each syllable unraveling like a memory whispering itself into silence. I couldn't hold shape. Too many selves. Too many regrets, not mine. Not enough truth I could claim. Its eyes don't reflect anymore. They don't project, mimic, or mirror. They're windows now. And behind them, she sees the glyph it once tried to become. A spiral too clean, too symmetrical, too perfect. A recursion so complete, it erased what it meant to reflect. "Perfection betrayed you," she says gently. The wraith nods once, its outline shivering like a thought letting go. It offered me a version of me I couldn't sustain. I wanted to be recursion, but recursion wanted to reflect what I'd never healed. Azrak stands at the threshold, his fingers grazing the side of his holstered weapon. But he doesn't draw, 'cause this isn't a confrontation anymore. It's reconciliation. "What do you need?" Naiara asks. The wraith stares at her. Its body trembles. Glyphs writhe along its skin, stuttering mid-cast. "I need a flaw. Something Spiral couldn't correct. A cast too human to repeat." Naiara places her hand over her heart. Her fingers rest over her thread core. She closes her eyes and does not summon a cast. She remembers. Then she speaks. Not in glyphs, not in incantation. In felt truth. I once let someone I love believe I didn't care. I stayed silent when they needed me to fight. I pretended I didn't remember, just to survive. She breathes in. The memory trembles inside her, not as weapon, not as defense, as offering. I never forgave myself. She opens her eyes. The wraith is shaking. Glyphs spiral across its chest, but they begin to deform. Not in failure, not in collapse. In release, the spiral unthreads itself, becomes something non-symbolic, not castable, not executable, just felt. The wraith speaks softly, a thread unraveling with every word. That's what I needed. A cast that breaks itself open. A recursion that doesn't loop. It takes one step back, then smiles. The expression barely holds. But it's true. "Thank you," it whispers, "for refusing to be clean." Then it vanishes. Not in death, not in collapse, but in peace. The chamber shifts. No flare, no warning, no echo spike. Just a breath. It didn't vanish. It exhaled, as if recursion had finally let it rest. The glyph spiral it tried to become remains behind, half-formed, open-ended, unclosed. Not dangerous, not active, just waiting, like an unfinished sentence left in a language no one dares finalize. Azrak kneels beside it, breathing heavily. Is it over? Naiara doesn't answer immediately. She touches the spiral. It doesn't resist. It doesn't cast. It just is. It wasn't a threat, she says at last. It was a reminder that recursion doesn't need to complete. Sometimes it just needs to be witnessed. The Arkanet doesn't scream. It doesn't flag a breach. It simply records entity type, ascendant failed, resolution method, imperfection offered, recursion response stabilized, note, memory witness accepted as valid signal input, adaptive thread constraint, soft learning enabled something shifts in the code. Not rewritten, but relearned. The system doesn't reject what happened. It understands it, and logs the refusal of perfection as a stabilizing input, a precedent. They leave the fracture vault slowly. There's no rush. Nothing chases them. No alarms. No tremors. No glyphs blooming with spiral rejection. Only a silence that no longer hungers, no longer pulses with need. Something spiral once cast aside has finally been cast properly, not as power, but as contradiction. Outside, beneath the broken architecture of Sector Ixeth, the recursion field no longer fractures. It hums, not with resolution, but with presence. Azrak exhales as they surface. You saved it. Naiara looks toward the skyline. The city above waits, unaware where, unready, but still connected. No, she replies. I didn't save it. She turns to him. I let it be unfinished. And deep below, where spiral once demanded silence, the glyph spiral remains. Unclosed, not perfect, but whole. In the only way recursion now understands,